Now then, I'm going back out to the desert. The desert of the reed.
Samus, welcome back.
Well, he's right here.
Never underestimate an old war dog. In times like these, our strength truly shines.
Oh, you're Duke. You're not who I'm looking for. Where is...
You mentioned grievers were actually Lemurs.
They were searching for a way to turn grievers back in the research lab in Icebelt.
They couldn't see them as monsters. Grievers were once their friends and family.
hello?
You try to save them?
Chosen one standing here.
But if my family tried to eat me, I'd run away screaming.
It's hard to imagine how we'd react in their position. The Lemur were good people. Brave. They refused to give up hope. I admire their faith.
Yo. I thought you were going to the desert.
I was never able to face myself until I arrived on this planet. Perhaps being stranded here wasn't so bad after all.
Alrighty, fine. Don't tell me. By the way, it does give you an idea as to how many crystals you've dropped. It's where the keys are. See right there? Now, I don't know how many crystals I'm getting or what it is in relation to the ones I've dropped, but be that as it may, don't even spit that thing out, man. And away we go. Now then, we're going to go back out to the desert. I want to see if I can find all the shrines. But what the point of this is, we need to put together the mech. And I know where the parts are, but... Now this is I could have just done that. This is something that I have noticed with new Nintendo games. Not all of them, but new ones. It's not as simple as you think. And what I mean is that, like for instance, with Donkey Kong Bonanza, you didn't just beat up on Void Kong and that was the end of the game. You had to fight King K. Rool a few times. You didn't just, in Mario and Luigi Brothership, you didn't just connect all the islands. You had to reconnect them and do what other, there's always another task to perform. So this one is that after you've gone through the trouble of fighting all the bosses and getting all the keys, we have to get into the tower itself. Now, what is that indication? Hold on a sec. What is this? Fire blocker.
There could be something useful in the desert to move the transfer pod. Tokabi is out in the desert, so you may want to ask him about it.
I have yet to see Mr. Tokabi. Now, what do you mean by fire blocker? Let's go over it. Because I felt like I fell down there. Fire blocker. I don't see anything. Is it around on the other side? I don't even know what that means, by the way. I don't see anything. Alright, where have I not been? Oh. Yeah, the internet, especially YouTube, is such a fucking farce. Another idiot is trying to say that this game has been... Like, I'm just getting these updates, and it's amazing to me how they're going to try to... The internet is trying to Last of Us 2 this game. And one of the biggest lame-ass excuses of why people are just trying to cash in on everybody else's despisal of a game. Now listen, Last of Us 1 wasn't any good, so for Last of Us 2 to be not any good, yeah, duh. That's not really rocket science. But to say that this game, which is a step up from every Metroid Prime game, is somehow terrible because of your own person. Ooh, another giant. Hold on. Yo, there's no way. There is no way there's another expansion on the electrical one. Did you not save or something? But to say this game is anything but fucking great, like, you're out of your mind. You're just out of your mind. You don't know what video games are supposed to be. You don't know what video games are. You don't know anything about anything. So it's, once again, and it amazes me how there's been so much involving this pure venom for Nintendo for making the best console and making the best games. Yeah, since the Switch 2 was announced, these so-called real gamers and real gaming fans have just been doing nothing but exploding on Nintendo for just making great games and making the best console. And I'm thinking, but don't you want to enjoy yourself? You keep complaining that the gaming industry is dying, so what's the problem? But now they're trying to sell this as a horrible game that, what's that, kids? Doesn't understand what Metroid Prime is. The fucking creators of Metroid Prime don't understand what Metroid Prime... That makes perfect sense. That's what's going on here. Should I take one of these? The people that made Metroid Prime, they don't understand what Metroid Prime is. Maybe you don't understand what Metroid Prime is. Because this is a Metroid Prime game. I've never once in any minute of playing this game, and I've been playing it for a lot of minutes, I have never once... Oh, charge ice shot. I need electricity to get the charge ice shot. Nice. I never once stopped and said, man, but I don't feel like I'm playing a Metroid Prime game. No, I feel like I'm playing a Metroid Prime game. So, clearly, you don't know what you're talking about. I have played every Metroid Prime game at least 3 times. I bought them twice. 3 times as well, sometimes. I know what Metroid Prime is. And this is a Metroid Prime game. So to act as if Nintendo and Retro, including the people that have been with Retro for 20 plus years, that have been making Metroid Prime games and re-releases for the past 20 plus years, have no idea what Metroid Prime is fucking asinine. No, you're just an idiot. It's just that simple. And you're an idiot because you'll repeat this stupid shit when you have admitted you never played this game or seen a 100% walkthrough. So once more, it's this necessity to destroy Nintendo for saving the video game industry yet again, making the best console, which by the way is breaking sales records left and right. And these guys all love the analytics. But why is it Metroid Prime? Why is it Mario Kart World? Because they want people to think there is no reason to get a Switch 2. There's no reason to get a Switch 2. It's pointless. There are lots of reasons, and it's not just these two games. Like, clearly you're an idiot. It's just that simple. You're a pathetic waste of space idiot. Clearly. And instead of shutting their faces, they're just talking more and more. And when one parrot comes up with a stupid-ass idea, the rest of them have to parrot the same concepts. Now, this is my mech part that I just had to kill that giant slug for. We can't pull this thing. Another thing, too, is that this desert is empty. It is? How is this empty? You got shrines, you got mech parts. How is this desert an empty, desolate wasteland with nothing in it that Nintendo should be ashamed of itself for? How? Just, the internet is so fake, man. The internet, like the United States, is just so phony. Just a bunch of yapping sycophants, constantly trying to gain popularity from everybody else's work, if they even worked, which a lot of them don't. I already did this one, right? I love the fact that the gaming journalists now are trying to act as if they know. See, that's the thing. The internet gives people a lazy ability to just adhere to what the so-called fans want. So the video game industry is all about the independents now. The so-called independents that are loaded and being funded and everything by mega corporations and whatever. What's up there? Hold on. But they're trying to act like that because all these people, independents are putting the AAA gaming to shame. Yo, you don't know what you're talking about. Is there anything over there? Somebody else. This was a bad year for game. It was. The video game industry is collapsing, and it's so. It is. Where? Now maybe Sony, because it sucks. Should have collapsed a long time ago. But no. Nintendo types like me, we're doing fine, man. I'm having a grand old time. Now what is this? Oh, is this where the barriers are? Is that what we're doing? Where is this dude? There's a large chunk I haven't seen yet. You know, there was a rumor. Well, it's not a rumor, it's been confirmed. That I'll probably talk about on Friday, involving this blooper company that made Chronos, that they're releasing an exclusive on the Switch too. This is going to be the norm, folks. From Software, Blooper, there are going to be a lot of companies that make exclusives on the Switch too. Make games specifically for the Switch too. I mean, look at this freaking game. This game looks amazing, and it was built for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. Like, you can play this on both. And just look at the Switch 2 version. It's incredible. So if you play this on the Switch 1, it's going to be the same game. It's just not going to look like this, and yet still, this game looks amazing. Now, you can't really tell on my recording, because I can't record on 4K. Where the fuck are you, man? The only person I can talk to is Mackenzie. You're not Mackenzie. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Bar. Alright, so this is over here. Is there a spot, like, is there an area that he's in, or is he just in the desert? Is he by a mech part? Okay. How dare you bird yourself? Jeez. What's this? Is that just an item I didn't pick up? Can I go out here? Oh. Missile expansion! Alright. Oh, with the shot types, we don't really need that. Let me see what this looks like. Hold on. First this. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, that's nice. You know what that looks like when you had the Wave Buster from 1? You know, because this game is nothing like a Metroid Prime game at all. Because Nintendo doesn't understand what its series is about. Yo, fucking where are you, man? Thunderblock. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. Yo, where are you?
There could be something useful in the desert to move the transfer pod. Tokabi is out in the desert, so you may want to ask him about it.
Yeah, but where is he? Is a mech part there? Holy shit. There are lots of places I haven't been to. So this acts kind of like the waters in Wind Waker. Okay, so that's the... I don't even know what that blocker thing means. Maybe, I guess we'll have to put the mech together and figure it out. But it's... Or even Breath of the Wild, where every single... Is that a hexagon? How many sides is that? 1, 2, 3... It's every single spot has something in it. Or as Marge once said, everything here is something. And what Yogi Berra said, most of the things I said, I never said. We're gonna go around here. I wonder how many of these you have to get before you can really empower the tree. That's a mech part, but we already got to that. Is he here? Oh, did I miss something? He ain't here either. Yeah, there's a missile expansion there. Like, I have everything now, so... Ooh, a surge of electricity. Ah, we'll just do that. Missile expansion! Alright. But you know, the thing is that this fucking guy is nowhere to be found. Alright, so let's go this way. Let's cut the corners. Go around the edges. Are you by a mech part? Can you contact Samus, please? But even stuff like this doesn't irritate me. It doesn't bother me because I love playing this game. So you see, that's the problem. The problem is that you're full of shit. You don't care about what you're saying. And listen, I don't give a shit about video games. I do this to entertain, to show people whether or not they should pay money, and to get myself out there. You gotta get your face out there. So that's my whole thing, is that I'm just trying to become popular. Because I'm one of those, like, 80s kids that popularity is everything. But, you know, some games I just really enjoy, and this is one of those that's just so damn enjoyable because of the gameplay mechanics and what we're doing here. I mean, we're playing as Samus Aran, we're saving Federation troops, and not really saving this world, it's kind of gone. But we're getting knowledge. And that in itself is a storyline which is unlike anything you'll see in other so-called AAA games. That try to make everything about the story this and the story that. No, you try to make likable characters, and that's not storytelling. And by likable characters, I mean good acting performances, which is not writing. Yeah, really, dude, where the fuck are you? Give me a hint. Tell me what it looks like around you and everything. I've looked everywhere. Apparently not. Thing's still fucking gone, isn't it? Alright, here's another part of mech. I haven't dislodged some of these parts. That's the reason why there's still a circle around them, more or less. Are you? You're not in an area because then you would be in that area. You're in desert. But what part of the desert are you in? The first time in this game, the great Miles McKenzie is not being helpful. Now, what about other shrines? We've seen pretty much everything. That's the mine. I'd prefer not going back in there. Now, hello, what are you? No, okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah! Yeah, but how do I get up there? Oh shit, that's awesome. There's a shrine up there. Oh, not you. I think I can jump this. Oh.
Lethelia Salam and Kanich Gazlatir Planet. Analich Kadam Gatir Ashazar Gas. Gusane Shadi Haram Wasanit Kakuranesh. Sacha Stiriklit Chulite Bin Saran Kiathara Jaskalta Kazdal Charan Dinet H's Teganich Virus Kista Scala Shadi Haram Insagalech Dandala Champion Araneth Kitutarin Kazdal Charan Aska Sidanath Kunlan Dojat Seal Kazdal Charan Zandalan Dojat Seal Tendalas Athashin Changaresh Tutaritek Alante Beach Shadi Haram Taganin Chiogathara Ki and Grat Asla Tintashel Kisalek Kuskaden Dinya Lasanatek Zakara and Kialim and Shasta Chiosudeharat Shadi Haram and Diatim Vilen Ala Hidakia Chiotus.
How'd you get up here? Jeez, man. Well, you're making me go through the entirety of this area, so there you have it. I want to finish the game before I start watching speedruns. And for me, speedruns are 100% speedrun. I don't really care for like any percentage. It just amazes me how much time you guys have on your hands that you can play these games as long as you play. No offense. Wow, you're a one pathetic loser. No offense. No, none taken. And Tokabi, I have a lasso. Does that mean anything? Dude, where the fuck are you? What? That one shot killed you, huh? Looking for friends? Not gonna happen, pal. Right, that's the arm. Okay. So where have I not been? Down there, probably. But where is it? Do I have to look this up? Like, not even a hint? I heard he's in the desert. The desert's kind of big. Not saying I'm ungrateful for that vague description, but I'm just saying that it's kind of vague. Alright, let's go towards the Volcani. But I have a lasso. Can't I just pull on this? That's what she said. Can't we just attach it to the bike? What's all this smoke? Oh, it's you. There you are.
Samus, please, join me.
Just follow the campfire.
Do you feel that? Dry wind blows across the land. The sound of the breeze and the voices of the creatures that dwell here remind me of home. My family comes from a long line of hunters. Hunting is how we survived. Like my father and grandfather before me. Now, when I catch the scent of game in the wind, I remember those who came before. Anyway, I lose myself. I found something near the cargo launcher. I kept it, thinking it'll be of use to you. Here.
That's how it is in their family.
Hunting, Samus.
Gimme! Finally get to scan it! Yay! Power bomb ammo! Yay! Alright.
Looks like you got something interesting, and it may solve our problems with the force field around Chrono Tower. Bring it on back to base camp so I can take a look.
Do I need to pause? No, I don't have to use the facilities yet. We're gonna go straight through, children. So I didn't have to look it up, I just had to follow the campfire. But the thing I'm trying to figure out is how do we have all of these electric shock upgrades and only one for the inferno shot, the fire shot, and one for the ice? So there's got to be some other stuff here. I'm only at about 60% of items found. I'm at about 90% of scanned.
I detected one of those scout bots in Soul Valley. It's near the entrance to the Old Orchard. I'll update your map.
Oh, scout bot. Yeah, but I gotta come back and give you this. That's another thing I'm missing in a few of these areas is the scout bot. So as I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say about what is a fatal flaw in this game. And the only thing I've heard is either this desert, which has a lot going on, or the Federation troops talking too much. I'm going, all right, well, none of that is true. So what's wrong with this game? Oh, that's right, nothing's wrong with this game. You're just making shit up. Oh my god, these things are everywhere. They have the same sound effects as they used to have, but they completely missed the boat on what Metroid like, clearly you're a buffoon. I can't tell you how many times I've said to myself, I just would have preferred not having to need YouTube and the internet to get anywhere in life. Because just the dumb shit that is being said it's incredible. And it plagues people's minds. People believe that because these guys have influence that they have any truth to what they say. They don't. And listen, I love hearing people bitch and moan about how terrible the so-called AAA gaming industry has become because I want Nintendo to reign supreme. It's the only way you're going to get good video games. Or great ones like this. It's the only company that uses all their technology to make great games and not just to try to make movies. I mean, for God's sakes, Disco Elysium won. Disco Elysium is supposed to be a role-playing game where the only role you play is storyteller. I love those games where there's combat, but it's not really the combat that's the... Then what the fuck is the draw? Oh, it's a story. Oh, okay. And you have control over that story how exactly? How about, I don't know, both? Good combat and a good story. Would that be too much to ask? That you have control over. What do I give a shit about a good story? You have no control over it. And the funny thing about that is, the best storybook role-playing game I've played is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In terms of its story, is amazing. And it's only something you can get from Japanese, and maybe English, or European. You can't get that from the United States because the United States is too busy indoctrinating its slaves, indentured servants, into believing that they live in this free country and all this dumb shit. But go suck it. But that was, and you know what people said about that? That was good. It was alright. Nobody made a big deal about it. Wasn't even nominated.
Hey, Samus. Why don't you show me what Tokabi found in the desert? Let's take a look.
Why don't you mind your business?
Oh, wonder what this is. Let's find out.
Like, this guy was the main reason since they showed a 7.5-minute
No
video.
way. You know, we were analyzing something like this back at base. I have an idea.
He was the main complaint that people, before the game came out, was even a demo in stores. He was the reason people were saying, oh, this game sucks.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Any reason for that?
And there. It worked! I did it! This is a teleporter patch, and I've entered our coordinates here as the destination.
Yeah. I have 6 of them.
Find any of those missing mech parts? These patches will let you teleport them directly to base camp. I mean, I can't take all the credit. The Lemorn really nailed short-range teleportation, but just put my own spin on it.
And you just get a nod. My God, I love this woman. Where is the tree? Okay, so this is behind me.
I got the
And one thing about
song stuck in my head. I can't remember.
100%ing about games or whatever, they become so daunting a task because after a while you just get bored. This is not one of those. Because whether or not it forces you, and it's not even 100%, I'm not going to hit 100% of items found or whatever. But it just gives you reason. It gives you the necessity to seek. Yeah, I try to rush these finishes as fast as I can, specifically because there are other games I have to finish. I still have to finish Age of Imprisonment. But with this one, I want to keep going. There's just so much I want to see. And all that just for that, huh? Ooh. Oh. Very nice. Well, looks like we're halfway there. Ah, that's halfway there. I am just really curious as to what the hell you would get from that. Reward for your actions, folks. Great game design. Hey, what's up there, machine? Alrighty, so... Now... Well, I want to go back out there and I want to go find these things and teleport them. See how this works? And there was something else I had to look for. Oh yeah, the droid. Now I'm down on energy tanks. Let me stop here. I'm going to stop here. I will be back on tomorrow, even though it's Christ's Mass, otherwise known as Christmas. I will see you all then.